we'll get driving. All right. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the stars of the show here. And it's the cars, of course. It's not me, but it's the cars. So, bottom of the list here is the Porsche 997 Carrera S. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, just under $100,000. That makes about 385 horsepower at flat six. Now, this is the lowest horsepower car we have, but it's definitely one of the fastest cars we have on our road course here. Okay, it's a true sports car. 911 hasn't changed very much throughout the years because you just don't fix perfection, you know. So
Don't fix it.
yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, it was a great car. One of my favorites, definitely most of our instructors' favorites. Next up is the Nissan GTR. One of the cars that is not here. They're on the road show. I think they're in New Jersey right now. I can't be too sure about that. But definitely one of the younger crowd's favorite tuner car here. Just under $91,000, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and makes 545 horsepower. That's a twin turbo V6 here, all-wheel drive. It's a great car in a straight line, man. And but this track here, as tight as our track is, it's kind of big and heavy. It's got a lot of body roll to it, so it's not one of the faster ones around here. But it is cool, and you owe it to yourself to do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. That's a little ridiculous. But next up is Audi R8. We do have the V10 version here. It's $150,000, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and makes about 525 horsepower from that V10 here. All-wheel drive platform. And most of you guys know most Audis are all-wheel drive. This is pretty much built off the Lamborghini Gallardo platform as well. Same all-wheel drive system, same V10 in the Lamborghinis as the R8 here. Audi is Lamborghini's owner, and Volkswagen owns Audi. So when you see the Volkswagen, or you see the Lamborghinis and stuff, all it is a big Italian Volkswagen, right? So, next up is the Aston Martin Virage V12, the James Bond here, $219,000, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. It makes 490 horsepower. This car's a V12. It's also not here. It's on the road, so the Nissan and the Aston aren't here. Everything else is here and running. Thank gosh, they're all running. It's hard when we get them all running, you know what I'm saying? These cars are very temperamental. But it's a great car to drive, definitely the coolest, I think it's the coolest car here, you know. But next up is the Lamborghini Gallardo 560-4. The 560 stands for 560 horsepower, and the -4 stands for all-wheel drive. Coming at $220,000, and 0 to 60 is 3.7 seconds. And like I said, 560 horsepower out of that V10. And also, like I said, all-wheel drive, same Audi platform here. I think most people drive this car because it's a bright yellow, so it's pretty cool. But we've got a lot of Lamborghini fans here, right? Yeah. Good. Good. Real fun car to drive. And next up on the list here is the Lamborghini Gallardo 570-4. So it's like the last one I just showed you here. It makes 10 more horsepower, same all-wheel drive system, same V10, just tuned a little bit different. $23,000 more than the previous one. Now, if you're any taller than me, it's really, really tight. Okay, your head will be touching the roof, so keep that in mind. But it's 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, 570 horsepower. So, in this car compared to the previous one I showed you, there's no leather in this thing. Seats are not adjustable. AC doesn't work as good. It's completely uncomfortable. It doesn't ride well. It's $23,000 more. Okay, so in the way of supercars, you pay more, you get less. All right. So, and the 430 here is the 430 Scuderia. It's not just any 430 we got. We could pick up this car for $188,000. It stopped making these in 2009, and that's when the 458 came out. To answer from this, and the 4.3 liter V8. 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, and that V8 puts out about 483 horsepower. Now, the difference between the 430 and the standard 430 and the Scuderia is the Scuderia is pretty much ready to go on track. It is a purpose-built race car. So that's the one we got here. So you guys are left. And you know what? I think in the 430, the AC stopped working, so the windows are down, and then it's really loud. It's pretty cool. So, if you're driving a 430, you'll feel like you're in a race car. You're ready to go. But next up on the lineup is the Ferrari 458, the granddaddy of all cars here, I think, personally myself. I think it was 2011, 2012 car of the year. If you guys watch Top Gear, which I'm sure you guys all do, it's Jeremy Clarkson's favorite car to drive, and if you're driving, you'll see why. Just under 300,000, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, It makes about 570 horsepower out of a 4.5 liter V8. This car is phenomenal. Me sitting up here talking about it doesn't do justice. You gotta drive it. But next, I'm gonna turn on the video of Christian Fittipaldi. If you guys follow any road racing, he did some F1 stuff. He did IndyCar. He did I don't know. I think he did Champ Car. But he also did NASCAR with Richard Petty. So that's how we kind of snagged him. We use him when we need to. Okay. So he came in and did our video for us. I'm gonna turn it over to him. I'm gonna come back in, go over the track, and then we'll get going. Cool.
Hello, I'm Christian Fittipaldi. Welcome to Exotic Driving Experience. Over the course of the next 2 hours, you'll have a chance to do something that only a small percentage of people ever get to. You're gonna get behind the wheel of one of the finest production vehicles in the world on an actual racetrack. Some call these cars exotics. To others, they are supercars. But no matter what term is used, we'll all agree that the automobiles awaiting you are among the most incredible driving machines ever produced for the road. These are dream cars, which bear little resemblance to most other passenger vehicles in look, feel, and most importantly, performance. But more on that in one moment. The Exotic Driving Experience team and I have some important information to share about your day at the track. So we ask that you turn off your phones and please give us your full attention. By now, you've already met the driver coach for your group, whose priority is to make sure your time with us is both thrilling and safe. In fact, your instruction today will come from 3 different people: the driver coach, the right seat instructor, who will be sitting beside you in the car, providing you guidance and feedback, and of course, me. Before we attempt to drive an exotic on this racetrack, it's very important that you familiarize yourself with the car you'll be driving, the proper driving technique, and the course itself. All right, first let's talk about these cars. They're called supercars for a reason, and unless you have had the opportunity to drive one before, you probably have no idea what awaits. So what makes these cars so special? And more importantly, what do you need to know to be able to safely operate a supercar at high speeds on a racetrack? First of all, these cars can have as much as 600 horsepower, giving them an extraordinary power-to-weight ratios. They have incredible torque, and some will accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 3 seconds, which is twice or even 3 times as fast as most cars on the road. These exotics also have superior braking capability, as well as quicker and more responsive steering than a typical street car. And while the chance to experience these features is exactly what brought you to the racetrack, these very same things provide you greater potential for danger if the car is not operated properly. So let's talk about driving technique. Applying the following driving techniques will help ensure a safe, thrilling, and rewarding experience that will showcase the power and performance of these cars. First, familiarize yourself with the vehicle before leaving pit road. Adjust the seat for a proper positioning, ensuring that you can comfortably reach the pedals and have the correct range of steering motion without having your arms extend beyond 45 degrees at the elbow. Proper vision is the key to correct placement and maximum performance on course. Always look ahead and through the corners to identify where you want the car to go. Never take your eyes off the course. There's no need to check mirrors or gauges, and in fact, we've covered the speedometers to eliminate that temptation. Don't worry, we know you'll want the information on your speeds, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Smooth and gradual application of the throttle allows for a gentle delivery of the horsepower. In other words, don't mash the pedal. These cars will react much faster to the throttle application than a typical street car. Firm and linear braking application. Use the brakes to get the speed out of the car in a straight line. The more speed, the more braking pressure required. Do not pump the brake pedal. Hand position on the steering wheel should be at 3 and 9 o'clock position, and the hands should never move from these points. Don't shuffle steer, and keep your hands in the position to properly access the paddles. Use proper paddle shifting technique. The key to maximizing performance is mastering the paddle shifting technique. Shifting at the proper points ensures RPM and torque ranges match where you are on the course. If you've never used paddle shifting before, don't worry. Paddle shifting is easy to learn and your instructor will help guide you through it. However, each of these cars has an automatic mode option, and if you'd rather drive using that, just let your right seat instructor know when you get into the car. Perhaps most importantly, figure out where you are going before you try to get there. Take the time to learn the course before trying to go fast. Now you're almost ready for your exotic driving experience, but there's one critical element left. We have to familiarize you with the racetrack. So I'm glad to turn things over to your driver coach, who is going to help you understand how to get around the course. On behalf of everyone at Exotic Driving Experience, thank you for joining us today.